Well, hi. So, hello. I know that I have been talking about and planning this kind of Pack With Me travel live stream for a little bit. So, I feel like it's time. I need to pack before the end of the end of the day, the end of the weekend, whatever. Because, because I'm like the worst about doing everything last minute. It stresses me out. So, I'm gonna get to it. So, I was trying to put together like a ton of things, and as I was putting all of my like different items and different favorites and all that together, I realized this could be like a 90-hour long stream. So, what I did is I tried to just kind of like cut it down a little bit to like items that like are definitely kind of must-haves or really cool, like different kind of like packing items, all of that kind of stuff. So I am very excited, and I am very, very excited to get to go on a little bit of a trip next weekend. I feel like I need a good reset, a good vacay, a good relax, just like a refresh. So I'm very excited. So let's go ahead and get started, because I originally was putting a bunch of things in here, and I know that there was some lightning deals, and I know that they might be like slipping away, so I want to start first and foremost right there, because I also want to start off with literally probably the most important thing when it comes to packing, and that is packing cubes. So hi Richard, hello everybody, by the way. And I didn't say it, I'm Ashley, hi. This is Swift Wellness. We're doing the whole like Pack With Me stream today. So hi Ray also, hello, and thank you for joining in on the stream. So let's just go ahead and get started. Let me pull up this video. So I feel like with packing cubes, these are from AeroTrunk. They are awesome. I love packing in the first place, but I also really like packing cubes and organization and all of that. So they were super awesome. They did give me these compression bags, but I literally took these that they gave me and pretty much got rid of all my other ones, because these are so far superior, it's not even funny. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of share like the video that I made that shows them in use. I have them right here, but I think that showing you in use is literally like the best way for you to kind of see how they work and how awesome. So these are all on lightning deal. There is a set of 4, which is what I have highlighted right now. There's also a set of 6. As you can see, they're both on lightning deal today. They're, kind of right in that kind of under 50-ish range. It kind of just depends, but I also do feel like when it comes to like packing cubes, that's just like one of those items you will use over and over and over and over. So they're definitely something that you can invest in, and especially ones like this that are a really good quality packing cube. I feel like they kind of won't rip or tear or anything else like some of the other ones that I've had. So I kind of want to show you a little bit closer. I will also point out that there is another extra % off in the listing itself. I think it's for 5%. So you do want to make sure that you are logged into your Amazon Prime account, because if you are not, you won't see the lightning deals, you won't see the extra. If you hear me talking about something and you don't see what I'm seeing, definitely make sure you're logged in. So these come in a set of 6. That's what I have. And they come in a kind of a variety pack. So these are some of the smaller ones, and I'll use these to kind of demonstrate with. They're easier to show you, kind of in person versus like this one. And you can see that I used it. This is the largest version, and you can see that I used it in this video. I packed literally the biggest, fluffiest fleeces to really show you just like how much can fit in these. So these are a little bit different than any of the other packing cubes that I've personally ever used in the past, because they have like a 2-zip system. So the video is going to show you, and they pop open, which I personally love. So they're a little bit more structured and a lot of bit thicker than a lot of the kind of like smaller like nylon ones. But I can open it and you can see that this is like my packing cube, but then I take the extra zipper and I can swoop, there we go, let's go this way, and scroll all the way around, and then this is actually where it expands. So if you've ever had a suitcase, for example, that might expand a little bit, this is fairly similar to that. And so you can see I took that little tiny packing cube and I opened it all the way up. So this one is really great for, like, honestly, it could be great for toiletries, you know, kind of socks or, you know, intimates, undergarments. You could put t-shirts, literally, like, you can put in a packing cube absolutely everything that you want. But like, look how tall this gets. Like, it's massive. So this is my carry-on bag, and you can see I just like threw a ton of stuff into it. I was like, okay, this is how I pack. I'm gonna just toss everything in a pile, and then I'm going to organize the pile. So in this case, I use this really, really big one for all those fleeces. So I did pack in here, you can see I packed like 3 really big sweaters, and then I also packed 2 really big fleeces. So like I learned to roll pack like a long time ago, and so like that's my preferred method, but of course you could fold or anything like that. Ronald said packing cubes are travel miracles. They are, and you can see here literally I used that really big one and it took up the entire other side of my suitcase, but it also made it very easy to strap down, made it very easy to close, and you didn't have to worry about that. So and then there you go, you can kind of see, you can play the little Tetris game, you can kind of organize and fit everything in where you need it to go, which is why I really, really like this set so much. And literally as I'm talking, I do want to point out, if you're doing that kind of alongside with me, I think the color that I have, I started this by putting this one in first, and it like literally this color, the beige, already sold out in the lightning deal, but there is black and there is kind of like a slatey kind of like blue color that are on deal, but it looks like the black one is already 35%. So with lightning deals, anytime you are shopping for them, they either will have a time or they will have a quantity. So I definitely feel like this is going to be one of those, you know, that kind of does sell out. So if you're watching, if I were you, I would add it to your cart. You want to check out, they do have a 15-minute time limit in your cart. So I would definitely suggest, you know, checking out and then coming right back here and watching the rest of the stream, etc., etc., etc. If you don't want to lose my stream and you're on your phone, just click on the video wherever you're watching from. If it's on the Amazon page or you're scrolling somewhere and found me, click on that so it pulls up that vertical video, because if for some reason you see something that you like and you click on that item, then it makes my little video stick to the listing and stick to the top, because I do know that sometimes it's difficult to come back and to, you know, kind of find my stream if you click away. So I'm trying to make it as easy for you as possible by kind of giving you that handy dandy little tip. So like I mentioned, they do come in a set of 4 and a set of 6. Very, very durable. Like we're talking like you could put like probably like 50 pounds in one of these like really big carriers. And it also gives you so much more packing space. Like literally you can see I packed down those fleeces. It makes it very easy, especially if you're like me and you like refuse to ever check a bag unless it's like absolutely necessary. So that is my PSA. If you haven't tried a packing cube before, you absolutely need to. The Butterfly Girl says, I'll get this for our son who's going to the Philippines. That is also amazing. One, especially like the Philippines made me think of it. But one underrated use of these packing cubes is being able to separate. If you're going somewhere hot, you're going like to the beach or anything like that, you can separate your dirty clothes or your wet clothes or your gross and sweaty clothes, and you can keep them away from the rest of your clean clothes by using something like a packing cube. So I personally use them a lot because I hate doing any more laundry than I have to. So if I just pack away my dirty laundry, I can just grab this one and I can like toss it into the washing machine, as opposed to like later on having to try to figure out, doing the smell test, trying to figure out which one's clean, which one's dirty. It's a mess. So definitely an underrated use of a packing cube. So like I said, I'm just going to move on from those, but I did link both variations, the set of 4 and the set of 6. And then if you're watching, of course, they do also have a that is also, yes, so Yogi also said it's a great way to prevent bringing bed bugs home. That is gross, but it is also very accurate, 120%. So okay, let's move on to fun little things. So like we obviously did some packing, we put it all in a packing cube. So it's like, okay, what are you packing actually? So in this case, let me take this video down. Hello, Jay, hello, welcome. So in this case, hi JC also. Let's chat about things that I would put in my packing cubes. So obviously in that video, I was just kind of showing you clothes. I do use like some sort of like tote bag or a weekender or things like that when I'm traveling. So I have the, you know, kind of rolly bag. And then in this case, I also have like a tote bag. But then I also kind of separated even further into kind of like toiletry bags and things like that. So perhaps one of my like favorite little, I don't know, like I want to call it a hack. A hack is always like such a weird word to use, I think. But in this case, I'm very cheap, and you guys know that I also really try to focus on like bringing affordable things to my stream so that, you know, we're all on a budget. Let's do it. So one thing that I absolutely hate is using like a travel size perfume. Those are always more expensive than buying like a larger one. If you already have, you know, like a perfume that you love, it might not even come in that small like sample size. Just so many options, right? So these are a lifesaver, and I actually think that it might have been another Amazon streamer that introduced me to these. And I know as I'm holding it, they look a little weird, so I'll kind of give you a little bit closer kind of view. So these actually come in a set of 4. So if you wanted, you could actually have like 4 different scents or anything like that with you, and you can travel. But it's also just like a really, really inexpensive item, very, very useful. And obviously under 10, you really can't go wrong, right? You can't even get your sample size perfumes probably for under 10. Hey TQ, thanks for joining today. So I want to show you a little bit closer what they look like. So they kind of look like a lipstick container a little bit. And when I just pull this off, this, as you can see, is a little atomizer. It's a little perfume bottle. So these are portable, super small, and super, super easy to refill. So you can see here on the bottom, this is where you would use your little port to fill it. And then you can also see here on the side, like how full it is. So I made mine kind of about, you know, half full or so. So I'm going to just take one of these if I want to fill it up. Of course, this acts as just like your normal perfume, your normal sprayer. But you're going to take the bottom. You're going to take like your favorite like perfume spray or whatever. And I'm just going to take off the spray nozzle here. So you want to get like in so that you can get to this little guy on the top. And I'm just going to literally take the bottom of the atomizer and I'm just going to line it up with the spray spout right here, and then literally you're just going to press it down slowly and surely, and it's just going to pump it directly from your larger bottle into this smaller kind of like spray bottle as well. So from there, obviously you can take these, you can fill them up. Anything that has like already comes in a bottle like this, you could put in here. It doesn't like have to be perfume or something like that. So anything that has this kind of little spray nozzle here on the inside can be used. Yeah, like a tube for your blood jar. Yeah, kind of, but like less gross and less red and less bloody. But then that way you can easily just kind of toss these into, your travel size container wherever and go. So there's a bunch of different colors. This is like the set that I have is like the gray, there's like a black, and there's different kind of variations, but these are really inexpensive, really, really affordable. So thank you everybody, obviously in there, appreciate it. I love like sharing little fun like travel finds. But this is hands out, this is actually, of course, I love a perfume that gets discontinued and the like, so of course that's always going to happen. So definitely not even going to be able to find like the big one as much as even finding like the smaller one, right? So let's see, I'm going to go in here to switch over to let's actually go to, where do I want to go here? There's quite a few little items in here that I have. So let's just go down the list. A couple items I feel like I always go to when I am traveling is like the softest, the most comfy, the most relaxed style of clothing imaginable. Like give me the easiest. So I share these tank tops all the time. So anytime I do see them and they are on deal, I'm always probably going to share them with y'all because they're ultra comfortable. I wear them with like leggings. I get on to a plane. I wear them every day with jeans, like whatever. So I am of course going to bring them to you and kind of also, suggest them as a really comfy, really casual, relaxed airplane outfit. So this is my Swift Wellness version. And so this is going to be a high neck. Very, very stretchy. The reason I always share these tank tops so much is because I have a long torso, so I always like have, issues with like finding a, shirt or tank top or anything like that that's longer. Like I hate pulling down, kind of my shirt all the time. So if you're like me and you just like a layer, definitely really a good option. And of course this is one that I did like a screen print on, and so like these are also really good for that. So if you have like a Cricut or you like to do anything like that where you're like customizing your clothes, this is the way to do it. So these tank tops are super perfect for that. And then I want to say, let me switch here on my, I'm going to pull up my stream really quickly. There we go. So these tank tops I do know come in like so many different colors, like 25 different colors. This one in particular I think is like 50% off. They come in sizes extra small all the way to extra, extra large, and are super stretchy, super comfortable, like the perfect airplane outfit for sure. And then also, thank you, Jay, and thank you, everybody. Also want to go over my kind of like a long sleeve shirt. So I definitely have shared these before, but I really like a kind of like a layer that's simple, it's easy, but it's also like very multi-functional. So I'm going to highlight the white one really quickly because I just realized it's a lightning deal. and it's like 80% claimed. So I'm just gonna highlight that one really quickly, so that y'all don't miss it. But these are kind of those button-down shirts that I've shared before, but they're perfect for like every day, right? They're just perfect for dressing up with like a blazer or work, or they're like really great for kind of wearing casually. I pretty much have worn them with like jeans before, and I have a video right here too. I think I'm actually gonna go with this one. See if I have that shirt for you. Yes, I appreciate y'all coming in here. It's always so fun. Let me pull that video up. So like I said, if you're going on a plane, like I literally feel like the best way to be comfortable and relaxed and just like have a good time while you're gone is to have something really comfortable and not just be like in jeans all the time on a plane. Like I hate that. So let me find, of course, like I can't like pull it up when I want it, right? I have it right here though. So that's the white shirt. Let's go with this one then. So here's like the white shirt that I do have, and so you can kind of see it. And of course I can't pull up the video when I need it, but that's okay. So this is a kind of your standard, just really relaxed kind of a button-up shirt. And I also like these because they're really breathable too. So if you're going to somewhere that, especially with spring, and you might want layers and things like that, these work really well for that. But I also like a kind of like a capsule wardrobe anyway, if you're traveling somewhere, and these are 100% cotton. So these are like a machine washable, really relaxed, really easy to wear all of the time, long sleeve shirt. And it does have a little bit of like a kind of like almost like a textured feeling to it. TU says I'm back into wearing jeans. Oh, that is awesome. Congrats. And so it does kind of have like that more like linen-y feeling, I guess you could say. And so it's going to be able to like kind of be your perfect travel shirt, but then also just like really easy to launder, right? Anything that is all cotton is just going to be a lot more breathable too, than a lot of different materials too. Yeah, there is definitely a bunch. I've shared some other ones, so I'm happy to kind of like chat with y'all on some different shirts and some different choices. But I'm also thinking of airport bags and the like. Y'all have heard me talk about these before. These are my little mini belt bags. So absolutely perfect as a kind of like airport / travel / yes, I know it is a really nice day. It is. Look at the sun back here, y'all. So this is what luggage do I use? So I did put let's see, I guess you could see it in that video. So I kind of alternate between, like if I'm going somewhere, I have like a set of Samsonite, kind of like, those are like the hard shell kind. But most often than not, I use like this is what I had like put and like ready for the stream. So something like this, that's just like a kind of carry-on bag. So this is like more of like a weekender, for example. I can switch to that one really quickly, actually. I'll just like go down here. It's like they call like a travel sport, kind of duffel style, and then I can kind of open it up. This is probably like I like to be a lot of like hands-free though, so it's like I usually will do something like a backpack and then like a duffel like this, or kind of that combination. So this one works really well also as like a gym bag. So let me show you why. So it's like a weekender duffel tote, and then it has so much space on the inside. Where's it go? So you have your like big wide zip opening. So if you look inside, this is like a really big, I'm trying to give you a better look, duffel bag here. I'll give you the like specific size. It probably usually says like how many liters, 35 liters. So if you've, ever shopped for duffels, you probably know kind of like the liters. What this one, this tank top, what color do I have on? I want to say it is, checked bag. That's why I never check a bag. And I also like to have like very flexible, like I like to be very flexible in the event that something happens and then, they don't have my bag if I need to change a flight last minute or something like that. Let me look really quick, Michelle, because I'm not on, I think it's called teal, I think. It's like, which one is it? Because I'm pretty sure in the photo, it looks a lot darker than it is in real life. Which color is it? I think it's called, let's see. I think it's the one called Moss, which is funny because obviously in person, but in the picture it looks like really kind of like dark green, but like you can, as I sit up, it definitely, the ring light definitely kind of washes it out, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's like green. Y'all love my green. I would say it's more of like a blue-green-ish, but definitely the light's kind of tweaking the overall coloring of it a little bit, so. Okay, so let me open. Yeah, checked bag, annoying, very much so. So this is why I like this one. And then I can always kind of like share like the Samsonite ones later. I can add them to my storefront, or whichever way. But with this tote, there we go. I did highlight it back. So that's, what did I say? 35 liters, I believe, is how large this is. So this works really well as like a weekender, or then also like, a gym tote or something like that. And the reason I like this obviously goes along with like packing cubes, things like that. But on the inside, you can see there's all this like nylon layers, but it has tons and tons of pockets. So on this side, it has this really, I wish you could see this better, this really deep pocket here. But then what's even better, I personally feel like, is it has a plastic, I don't know if you guys can see this, so it's plastic, like a vinyl kind of lining on the inside with this zip. So if you were using this, especially as like a gym bag, for example, you could put your wet and kind of dirty clothes in here, because this is like a waterproof little pocket. And then obviously it has like the zippered closure right here. So I love that. And then also, I'm gonna just like flip this inside out so I can show it to you a little bit better. If I go this way, then that way I can show you what these pockets look like. So obviously it's a very large bag. So then on that one side, like I said, you have that lined pocket here for like wet clothes, etc. And then you also have your kind of like go-to mesh pockets right here. And then on the other side, it's just that one like really big kind of standard zip pocket. So the only thing I will say that this bag doesn't have is like a dedicated like laptop pocket. And so sometimes you'll see a lot of bags that do. But personally for me, I'd rather just do like a sleeve or something like that for my laptop, because I like still don't like it when it kind of bounces around. There's always people that like kick it and like stuff like that underneath the seat. It's so annoying. So definitely just put a sleeve in there. 9.2, thank you. There you go. And then one other little fun thing is like obviously here on the front there is a little extra pocket, but more importantly on the back you have a little zippered pocket here. So you could, this is where like of course you could put like your wallet or things like that, little pocket. But this is a slide little pocket, so you can take the handle of your carry-on or your check bag really and slide it over so that this then it can sit on the top of your luggage, and this will just hold it. So your handle just kind of goes through here. Does it fit overhead or under seat? Both. I don't ever, because this is usually what I put like my book in, my laptop in, my charger cables, things like that. I like never put this overhead because I want those things on the plane. I'll just put them underneath my seat. So that's kind of how I do that way, but definitely fits all of the places. So really, really versatile for that reason. So I do think there's lots of other colors in here as well. Honestly, if you click on the color, there's like a gazillion. I bet there's like 50 colors here I'm like looking at like right now. This is light pink, I believe is what it's called. Light blue, light green. I'm trying to see. There's like so many. I think, oh, no, that's not quite a different one. So there are actually, as I'm looking on this listing now, looks like there's a new version. This is the one I have, obviously, that has a zippered bottom. So that's cool too. I don't have that one, but on this listing, like you can see, there's a kind that are just like the standard duffel like I have, and then also the ones Goblin Blue. I love that. And then obviously the ones without that bottom carrier. And then if you already noticed here, it does have that adjustable and removable shoulder strap. So you've got your option here, just those single hands that kind of stitched into the bag, or you can go here, and then this kind of also goes down, kind of like holds it together a little bit. I usually just like unpop these, but and then you can take this off and take this on if you want. So this is literally called light pink. It looks pinker on the listing. I'm kind of looking at it now. In like real life, it's like really, really light pink, almost like peachy kind of. Still a really great little travel option to kind of take with you. So that's what I use like when I'm like going on a plane. So and then that's what I keep kind of underneath the seat, and then I'll put like my like hard case like up top. So okay, let me scroll back because we were just chatting about, okay, I'm gonna scroll back to, where did I put it now? My little belt bag pouch. So this also is another one of those items that comes in 1,000 different colors, and I think when I was looking earlier, not all of the colors have a lightning deal, so I apologize in advance. I have the color blue. Is it just blue? It looks like very gray blue in person. Looks like it. No, iron gray. That's what I have. But in person, like in my video right now, it looks very, very dark, but it's not. Like it's like that kind of like slatey blue gray that I was kind of talking about. It's like a very neutral color. Obviously, this super vivid bright blue is what's on Lightning Deal today. It's like almost 50% off. It's like 42%. So very like very vivid if you like that kind of like color. But just check them out. I think all of them are under like 15 or so, and they're really, really ideal for, you know, kind of if you're traveling and like I said, you want to be hands-free. And they're also really great if you're somewhere like walking around and, you know, you don't want to, you know, worry about like, I guess you could say like a pickpockets, or if you don't want to worry about, you know, kind of losing anything, just kind of keeping it close to you. I feel like amusement parks and like things like that are always places I think of, you know, kind of like takes the place of a purse, but still really secure. So this is a little belt bag. So it has a full zip all the way around. So it opens up like really, really wide. And so you can see here, this is a little tag. I need to like cut this tag off, but it's still there. And then on this one side, it has the mesh pocket like all the way across. And then on the other side, it has that same mesh pocket, but it has that kind of like a darted line down the center. So you have like two smaller pockets here on this side. And anytime I ever share, I like that, a spiky jacket, that's perfect. So anytime I ever like, you know, kind of share something like this, for example, I want you to kind of see what the size looks like. So I use my phone for reference because I feel like something like this, ooh, I like it. I think that's great. Passport, cell phone, it would be really, really difficult to be stolen. Yeah, so the best part about this is like, it's going to basically fit like directly across your body. This is, of course, I feel like the kids these days are calling this, like they're calling these belt bags versus like, what's the word I want, like fanny packs, right? But you could wear it either way. So it has this kind of like, I call it like a seatbelt looking strap. So this is like your belt. And so you can cinch this up really tight if you want to wear it around your waist. Or what I like to do personally is I use it as like that crossbody bag. So I just like widen that strap and kind of extend all the way out. And then when you're here, I'll sit up a little bit, you can see I can keep this bag like directly on my person. So like to Yogi's point, if you have your items and your stuff in a belt bag like this, like it's not going anywhere. Like you're gonna be able to like keep it right on you. And then also here, switch it to, if you want that kind of like extra layer of protection, you do have on the back this really large zippered pocket. So this is where I would put like cash or your credit cards or your like wallet, so that even if you like if I open this bag, like you can see that it does open like really wide. So if you were afraid of like money or something like that falling out, that's why I would keep it like back here in this little zip. But let me use my phone so you can see. I always use this for size reference. This is an the Pro Max size iPhone. So this is also the chat, y'all. I can see y'all. This is how big this, you know, kind of little belt bag is. You can see, like, I would have no problem fitting my phone in that belt bag and kind of keeping all of that in there. So, like, right? Like Yogi said, I carry my medication. That would be great. Anything really like that. And this is just like a really secure little, you know, kind of like seatbelt style strap and clip and the like. So if you're looking to size this up, let me give you the exact dimensions on here so I know. Because I want to say it like cinches down. Here we go. So it cinches down the shortest. So if you want to wear it around your like waist or around your hips, it can cinch. I don't want to mess it up because this is like set right for me, but you can shorten it all the way to 31 inches. And then if I stretched it like all the way out to its max length, it's like just under 50. It's like 48. So, you know, you have a lot of versatility with this, a lot of different colors. This is kind of like a, you can hear it, it's like a kind of a nylon-y material. So it's also really lightweight. It's also really easy to clean. And it's just super simple. I like to carry it, as somebody else said, you know, what you're putting in there, take it off for TSA and out through the x-ray. There you go. You know, it's very, like I said, a very durable material. So it's not like kind of prone to ripping or things like that. And it's also water resistant. So not waterproof, but if you were out in a little bit of rain, it is a water resistant baggie. So if you had something in there that couldn't get wet, you know, you're safer with that, right? So definitely for somebody who's, you know, festivals or fairs or tourist locations or anywhere that you might have to, you know, kind of be concerned about pickpockets, things like that. Like, this is a great little bag for you. So, hey, Leslie, thank you. for the follow. Ooh, that's another good one. Use it for hiking. IDs cash. That's another really good one. It's super lightweight. So yeah, if you're going hiking, something like that would be a really useful item for that too. So let me click on going over here. This is my like they call it a cosmetics bag, but this is like my toiletry bag. So this is, I use the packing cubes, kind of do clothes. You could put shoes in those too, sweaters, things like that. And then I have my toiletry bag that I use for kind of like everything else. And like I promised you, I was like, this stream could be 50,000 minutes long. So I did not. And also, I feel like if Kristen is like watching this, like I know she like reminded me the other day to buy more beauty blenders, like more beakies. And I like here, like I'm dumping this out so y'all can't see like my like Q-tips and stuff, but like this, don't tell her, look how dirty my beauty blenders are. Like I ordered new ones today. They're supposed to be here tomorrow. When am I leaving? After this weekend, so it'll be good soon. Enough that I need to get my butt in gear and like put it all together, and like, but not soon enough that like I'm like super stressed at this exact moment. So I say. So let's go back to a little small cosmetic bag. So as any, if you guys know, when you're traveling to, somewhere with a carry-on, you're always going to have to take your liquids out, which actually, obviously, if you have pre-check, I don't think you do. And then if you have been to any of the new, smells like my shampoo. If you've been to any of the, let's see, I'm like switching around here so I can have it. If you've been through any of the new scanners, there's a lot of like new scanners now where you don't really have to take anything out of your bag. Like it still scans and it still goes through, but you don't have to like take it all out. So this is kind of like why I use something like this versus like a plastic Ziploc bag, for example. Let's see here. So also really, really inexpensive. Like we're talking like this is like a $5 like a mini bag. It's really like small, but it's also large enough. If you have like travel size, this is like a 4 ounce. Oh, just kidding. This is less than 2, like an ounce and a half or so. Because this is like the perfect height for those. So if you're just kind of like stacking your products in there, then it's going to be more than tall enough to just kind of like zip up and over. They call this like a leather. It's very faux leather. It's like very soft, but it's also like water repellent as well. But it feels nice. It doesn't feel like super like sometimes like kind of faux leather can feel like really stiff or really plasticky. It's actually like really soft. You can see it's got like this little stitching. It's cute. There also, this is like the cheapest one. I love a little $5 bag. It's got a little handle too you can use. There are other colors. There's like a brown one. They're all a little bit kind of different shape though. Well, it's definitely at least sunny today. That's all that matters. So with this, like I mentioned, it is just a really great, like easy to kind of take with you, kind of carry on bag that's, soft kind of faux leather, but it's also really easy to like wipe down. It is that water repellent. I've had this for a really long time, and even though it's like, they call it white, but in person it's kind of like a off-white cream. Even though I've had it for a long time, you can see it's not even dirty on the bottom. This is pretty much what I take with me for, kind of every trip, because it's like the perfect size for your, different equipment, like whatever you're taking with you. And I literally like just dumped it all out over my table right now here, so you can see, like again, your travel size products, the eye patches I talk about all the time, all of that, little samples. I always like taking, anytime like I buy like a full size of something, they give you like a sample. I have a little bag. When I travel, I'll take some of that stuff with me, just why not? And then of course, like my really dirty beauty blenders, and then like your atomizer that I kind of like started with when we were talking on here too. Let's see. Yeah, it's fun, Terry, right? I'm like skipping around today, but since I already opened up, I slid over. Since I already opened up this little guy, let's also chat about these little pocket mirrors, which are super simple. These actually could literally slide into like the back pocket of your jeans or something like that if you wanted. I obviously just toss it into my cosmetics bag. You could slip it into, again, another one, a little option, a little easy to use. It is like the smallest little, it almost looks like a makeup compact, and it has a little light on the inside, so you have an on and off switch. So if you don't want to use the light at all, I think I turned it off already. Yep. So if you don't want to use the light at all, turn it off. Or you can open it up and you have y'all are gonna see like my streaming software here. So you have two-sided mirror. So one side is like your normal mirror, and your other, that one, this is a 3 times magnification mirror, but it also has this lighted mirror too. So obviously if you don't want it, slide it off, and then it turns those bright lights off. But if you do, and you're in a dimmer lit area, etc., I know, right? Y'all can see like, everything on my screen right now. And then if you want to lay it down, so this is also really good if you're traveling, like for us gals, and you're doing your makeup, you can open it all the way and like lay it flat if you want, or you can keep it, something like this as well. But personally, like if I'm doing my makeup, I just want to like lay it down and do this. It's so much easier than trying to like, that is aggressive. This like 3 times mirror is actually very aggressive. Like sometimes you like don't want to see yourself in like 3 times magnification either, let's be honest. But really, really portable, little small, totally like under 10. Yeah, and it stays open like at every angle. You don't have to hold it. It's not gonna snap shut on you. But I do like that it lays flat. I feel like a lot of the like, kind of compact style kind like don't fully lay flat like this. So it's a great little tool. So I have the battery version, so you do have to replace the battery in here. It does come with a battery, by the way. There is a rechargeable version too if you want one like that. So the rechargeable one, let me see, is actually not that much more. I don't think, it looks like it's not on a deal today, but it's like $6 more or so than the one that has the battery in it. And actually, I think the rechargeable one also has kind of like white up to kind of more of a warm light too, if you like that kind of version. But I like a little simple one. I just got white. There is also like green, there is also pink and yellow and red, and there's lots of other colors too. So many choices there as well. But I love a little like a super affordable find, and also just like a really easy to carry one too, let's be honest. So since I'm also chatting about kind of like packing cube-esque things, I want to talk about where is it? I'm gonna find it. Let me highlight it in the stream. And then this is also another super, 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 super affordable thing. This is also on deal I saw today. I have black. This is also faux leather, here. But it's like literally $5, and it will save your life, and it'll save your necklaces, and it'll save your bracelets and your rings and all of that stuff. I also use this for my earrings. I kind of put my earrings like where like the rings would go. So it's a little box, literally looks like a little square box. It's like 3 inches or something like that, I think, maybe 4 inches or so square. Zips all the way around. And then when you open it up, just make sure nothing's like dumping out here. It looks like this. So on the back, this is kind of like a little faux velvety kind of like look. It looks very much like the inside of a jewel box, for example. I actually don't know what this little black, I think I was like dumping my stuff in here. Anyway, ignore that. So on the top, this is where there's these little bendable clips. So I can open these up, and right now I just have like a necklace here. So I'll take that out. But you can see these little adjustable clips. So I can open it up and just bend it back, put my necklace or my bracelet here, and then I'm just gonna like bend it back closed. So then it's gonna keep the necklace or bracelet right where you want it, right? So it's not, even if you kind of like tipped it around and wherever, it's going to, oops, those are my earrings. If you tip it around and all of that, it's not gonna like let that necklace or that bracelet like slip away. This one I don't have pinched all the way down, so you can kind of see. So I'm glad, TQ, that's what I'm here for. But literally I like unpacked some of the stuff I had packed literally just for this stream. But so in this case, if I want to put the necklace in, there's also this little pouch here. So this is going to keep your necklace kind of like all cinched in there too. So give me a second. You know what? Somebody showed me that moderator shirt and I thought it was hilarious. So you can put your whole necklace in here. So what I like to do is I just like pull it down, just like pinch it back there, and then pinch it closed. So then once your necklace is secured, it's right in there and it's not gonna like slide around wherever. And then in here, you can, you know, this is a choose your own adventure. Oop, go. No. So you can take these out if you want. Like I said, this is all choose your own adventure. So I was kind of like playing around with like what I wanted to put in here. So there's like 4 little compartments. You could take these out, make like one big compartment, etc., etc., etc. Who made those? I remember somebody talking about making those before. Let me put this back, make it look nice again. But like I said, choose your own adventure. Now I made it all crooked, but it's fine. This would slide up and down, etc. And then these are for your rings. What I do is I usually just put in my like earrings, for example. Like I would just like tuck those in there too, and then they'll all kind of like stay together. Like literally unbelievably affordable little $5 you know, kind of travel accessory. And it, I mean, first of all, it's like I can't help my like sound effect noises, I apologize. So I'm like trying not to do it now, but yeah, definitely has saved many a necklace from getting super tangled by putting it kind of in that little hook on the back and tucking it into that little pocket, and then you can keep everything else kind of organized in those ring slots or earring slots. You know, again, take in, take out, you know, whatever accessories, etc. you want. And obviously I'm saying necklaces, rings, bracelets, whatever, you like don't even have to use it for that. Like you could use this for literally anything else that you wanted. You could keep, you know, again, toiletries in there, you could keep meds in here, you could put whatever you want in there. So it doesn't have to be you know, anything like that either. So don't listen to me either when it comes to that. So okay, let's move on. Well, thank you, Richard. I appreciate it. Just switching around here. Let me grab my, no, don't, oh my goodness. Don't save your sound effects, Lord. So like I was saying with like the duffel bag, for example, I usually keep all of my, you guys have to see this, it's actually really funny. So I'm packing, so ignore all the boxes, but there's like a sleepy little dog right there. And then for all of you that always are wondering where don't look at that box, but, oh, where is he? There he is. Like the worst co-host of all time. So there's like the sun's coming in today, so they're like laying in it like full on, like yeah, he's just like in the pocket of sun. He's like living his best life right now. If you just want like a compilation video of all that, I don't know. So I like looked down to talk about my bag, and then so I think I shared these earlier this week. I know I did, but this is my little electronic carrier. So this is what I would put with me kind of alongside my laptop. I would put this in that duffel bag, take it on the plane, so that I could have all of my cables, all of my chargers, all of that stuff like really easily, like, you know, in my hand for when I'm on the plane and I'm bored and I want to do like whatever. I also use this sometimes. Let me see, do I have it? Where did I hide it from myself? I also sometimes will put my Kindle in here because it like lays flat, and then it just gives it like that protective casing. I think I already packed that somewhere. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'll put my Kindle in here and pack it. So this has that zipper kind of like all the way around. Yeah. And then when you open it, this is another thing that lays flat. And then it has two sides. So you can see, like I said, this is where I keep all of my cables. These are larger. Like these have like wider, I don't know, pockets, compartments, whatever. This one's really small. Like this would be almost like for a pen or something, which I don't have nearby. And then this has a pocket. So this is where I was saying is like I would like put my Kindle kind of like back here and slide it behind this little zippered pocket. And then this mesh here at the top here. And then you can put all your little doodads and your gizmos and all of that like in here that you don't want to fall out. And then on the other side, it's like very similar, I feel like, to like the, you know, jewelry case and stuff like that, where you have like your longer cables, which this is, I also linked in the stream, smaller ones, whatever, because you can do here and then like that and so on and so forth. So this is like probably like 1.5 inches or maybe 2 inches or so, and then those little mesh pockets as well. So flipping, closing, I think this comes in like black, but it also comes in like pink, I think, cream, like a few other colors as well. And it's also one of those kind of like under $20 finds as well. I was like looking at that too. I'm like reading in the chat. So let's see. Boop, boop, boop. I'm trying not to boop around as much anymore, but that's fine. And then I realized I also put this back kind of away. So here I'll go into that kind of like nylon phone charger, phone cord. Thanks guys, I appreciate it. So this is your long, kind of like let me highlight it really quick. This is your long braided, kind of fast charging cable. And so I think this is another one of those like items that I shared a little bit earlier, but I love these things. And they also come in a pack of 3. This one specifically is a 10-foot, but there are also like tons of different lengths. If you want something shorter, I think there's like 5, and I think there's maybe something as like long as like up to 20. Not 100% sure, but like I feel like you don't want to go any longer than 20. I feel like that's really long. And for the most part, you're just going to yeah, it's like the perfect size, right? Like 10 foot's like across the room, right? Like if there's only one plug-in, it's across the room, whatever. So on here, let me switch over. These are unfortunately the only color. I have like the gray color. Apparently it's just black now. But what's nice about these, and of course these are like Apple certified. So if you have ever used like a, you know, cheaper cable or a non, you know, Apple cable, sometimes you'll get that like, you know, warning or whatever that's like, hey, you're using a cable that's not compatible, etc., etc. This is not one of those, so you're good to go. And it's a fast charging cable too, so if you have ever used like a lightning one versus like a normal one, you'll know the difference in terms of like how fast it'll be charged and charge your electronic or your device. And then unfortunately, this is only an iPhone one because I only have an iPhone, but there are also Android versions as well. So the nice part about these, whether you like an Apple product or you like a something like if you have an Apple, if you have an Android, whichever, you've probably at some point had a cable that's just fried beyond belief, like around the plug here or around the plug here, like wherever. And so these are super, super bendable, super durable, kind of like braided cables. So I'll get a little bit closer there. So you can see, I can twist this. I can I've been doing this while I've been talking, but I can twist this. I can play with this. I whatever. And I don't have to worry about that like silicone or that like plastic insulation that's normally around, kind of like a standard charger cable. You don't have to worry about that kind of damaging your cable. So like very durable, very strong. And then obviously you can see too is like I'm trying to kind of like tangle it up and like you'll get knots, right? But it takes like 2 seconds to like untangle. So a really great kind of upgrade for your normal like standard kind of like iPhone or Android charger. Well, I feel bad now. Michelle, I will grab you a Android I guess you would want the USB-C, right? I think would be, okay, well, I'm just saying I would try to help. But yeah, this comes in a set of 3, so it's nice because I'll keep one, like usually in like my office bag, I'll keep one at home, like near my nightstand, and then I can have like an extra one, to use wherever. So, an extra one when I lose this one, rather. No, you're good. Okay, let me chat a couple little tech things now. We've been kind of like jumping all around in this stream, so that's fine. That's fine. So as I mentioned, let's go here. Boop. Sorry, guys. So as y'all know, I just mentioned that I usually will. I know you and everybody else. I think it's only the new iPhones, right, that have the USB-C. Like the new iPhone charger cable doesn't have the USB on the other side. It has the like USB-C, but I think, I was like, I'm pretty sure that I feel like somebody told me it's like in Europe, they were like, no, you have to have like the same, like you need the same charger cable as everybody else or like whatever. So I think that's why they changed it, right? Maybe, I don't know. So as I mentioned, I did just say like I like to bring my Kindle, I like to like put it in my little like cord organizer here, all of that. But I also like to take like a notebook. Those of you who have seen my streams with like my notebooks or like yesterday, I forgot when it was. I was like sharing my planner with my sticky notes and all of that. I really, really like to take that on a plane because a lot of times will take my laptop and I like to take notes, or when I bring my laptop, sometimes the Wi-Fi never works, which is always such a pain. So for that reason, I always bring something like this, and y'all have seen this too before, but mostly because if I am flying early or late, or I'm just like next to like that person, you know who I'm talking about, that doesn't want the overhead light on, like they hate it. That's just like where I use this most often, because they like, I just like, and I also like don't want to be that person that's like, do you care if I turn the light on? Or like you have to like reach across and like reach over them to like turn the light on, whatever. So this works by, as you can see in this little video, as it's scrolling, it clips on, and I do have two of these. I have one that's like a, one of these clips, and I have this one, but this is like much more of like my travel go-to because it's tiny. So this also can pack away in, oops, I turned it on, can pack away in here, right? And kind of go wherever with you. It's also great because it's rechargeable. So it's like a little like money clip is how I refer to it as. You can slip that over a book, a journal, like wherever. If you don't have a Kindle and you have a regular book, you could put that like right on the top. And then as you can see, it also does have the little ability to kind of bend it. You can lift it up, you can lift it down. I don't need the light. Don't mind if I lay in your lap. I know, like there's like a whole like long length of like etiquette, right? Like airline etiquette. Somebody I heard once like say like if you're in the middle seat you get both armrests, which I just like have a personal like riff, like please no. Like please, like I need both. So in this, once again, so you can take this a little clip, put it over the top of your notebook, put it over the top of your book, lift it up, kind of find that light, don't have to reach over to the next seat over, etc. I am the person that has their headphones on, so they'll never hear you anyway. Like I'm the like, as like, I hate the feeling of like I hate takeoff and I hate landing. Like I hate both of them so much. I hate it. So I am the person, I'll put my headphones on. I can't hear you. Don't talk to me because I can't see you. All of that. Yeah. So but also not the person, like I envy all of those people who can just like get on a plane and immediately like fall asleep. Like those people suck. Because that's not me. You can adjust it. You don't have to ask your neighbor if you can turn the light on. You can do a white light. You can do more of a warm light here if you want. And then you can also adjust the level of light. So, dim all the way up to super, super bright, whatever you want. And then, of course, you can take this off the end. Oop, I always do this backwards when I like show y'all. And it is just a USB charger on the other side. So 3 little buttons, easy, easy, easy. Oop, I put this on backwards. I think that's why when I am, let's see here. Oh man, I like keep putting this on. Okay, I'm done now. So you can press these little buttons, turn it on, turn it off, bright, down. So my ears bother me if I fly. Yeah, so I have found that if I wear like my big over the ear, I have them right here. So this is why I don't share my headphones with y'all. This is why. I have had these forever. If anyone's ever looking for a really, really great pair of headphones, I didn't link these and I'm not going to in the stream unless like you can message me later or whatever, but these are really, really old like Bose headphones, but you can see like they've been well loved. So I have found that if you are if you're someone who has really sensitive ears when you're flying, I found that like the noise canceling headphones, the kind that go over your ear like this, help me. I don't know if that helps everybody, but definitely feels like it helps me. So 4 times. Interesting. I fly all the time. I just don't like it. So I was like, I mean, I was born and raised in the Midwest. So if anyone's ever flown in and out of like Midway, it's like, tiny and it's like surrounded by all of Chicago. And so when you fly in or you take off, it's like you have this tiny little like runway, a little ramp. So it's like, or conversely, it's like, and like I hate when they like put I don't like takeoff and landing. So y'all like go on with yourselves. Okay, we're getting distracted, so that's fine. Let me take this video down. I love it. I don't even know who that is. Chino Phillips. Should I know? Is that his? I'm not gonna pretend. I'm gonna make myself sound stupid if I'm like, who is that? Okay. Where did I hide them? So another must have, and since I'm going somewhere really cold, I am prepared and I am ready. Also can fit in my little belt bag, and ideal because then I can put it underneath my coat and I can turn these little bad boys on and warm up my body. So these are from Okupa. These are hand warmers individually. They're hand warmers together. They come in a set of 2 and they are magnetic. Like, they're not super strong, so I could shake this apart, and you can be used together as like one big hand warmer, one palm size hand warmer, or you could split them off and they actually are like really pocket size, so you could kind of slip them in the front pocket of a jean or something like that. So these are rechargeable hand warmers. And I actually have a few variations of these. I like this one because then I can take 2. I wanted like really small ones to take with me so I could just like palm them all the time. And they also heat up super, super fast. So they do have like a little bit of a silicone coating here, and they just turn on and off with a single button press, and then you can see that there are 3 settings, so low, medium, high, and then they also do recharge with like a USB-C. So people like Richard who like a charger cable with a USB-C, there you go. Whatever. And they also they're really, really easy to recharge, like super, super simply. And they actually come with, and I think I put that in my cable bag somewhere already. So they actually come with, where did I put it? It's around here somewhere. Okay, so it also comes with a charger cable too that is multi-pronged, right? So it's that same USB, comes all the way down, splits it off into 2, so you can charge both of these at the same time and not have to worry about individually charging them. So they charge pretty fast. I would say give yourself like overnight just to be safe if you want them to be fully charged. But they will last anywhere between like 4 hours and 8 hours, kind of depending on what temperature you're using. So hold on. Oh, I think so. I feel like that sounds familiar, maybe. So you can use these if you keep it on that lowest setting, that level 1. You would have hey Matthew, you would have about 8 hours, and then if you turn it all the way up to like that hottest setting, you're probably going to be closer to like 4 hours or so. So they have a really long charge if you're worried about that. I haven't had any issue with like taking these on a plane. No one's ever said anything to me, so I think that they would be like the same as having like a external or something like that with you. So also, if you are somebody who has, let's see here. Oh, thank you, Casey. I appreciate it. So where did I feel a little scatterbrained today. This is what happens when I'm like packing, but then unpacking for y'all. So I love these little sleep headbands. So if you're ever traveling on a plane, or in a car, I mean, honestly, in a car too, but if you are ever traveling with somebody who is a really, really terrible snorer, I'm telling you, this is where it's at. This is another one of those like under $20, like go get it and then like thank me later kind of finds like products. So this looks like a, kind of like a, if anyone who is, thank you, Richard. It actually looks like it has an extra coupon code. So it ends up making the hand warmers a 1903. So there's a little extra coupon code on the listing. So if you are someone, like I said, who can sleep on a plane or is somewhere with people who snore, or anything like that, or you want to sleep on an airplane, in a car, these look like kind of like a cold weather, I think like a cold weather, like running, like sport headband kind of thing, because they're like stretchy, they're meant to go over your ears. You could obviously like wear this if you wanted to work out. I use it to sleep. So on the front it has the little buttons, so you can play, start, stop, right? And then you can change the volume, go up, go down. But on the inside, this is where like the beauty happens, right? So on the inside, you can see this little stitching. So the little stitching, here we go, is here to keep the earbuds in place. So on either side you can see these little round, they're really flat too, they're like a really small little flat disc, and so these are going to be Bluetooth headphones that are ideal, like I said, for taking with you when you're traveling, because it's really comfortable. If you're somebody like me who likes to sleep on their side, if you like to, you're someone who kind of like rolls around and you've worn any kind of, kind of any headphones, for example, and they like roll out of your ear, things like that. These are going to keep you kind of like right on your ears when you're sleeping. So what's nice about this one too, and this is literally the only headband and like Bluetooth headphones that I have found that will last like all night long. So if you have this like fully charged, it'll last for like 10 hours. Any other like Bluetooth headphones, like AirPods, like whatever, have always like ran out of batteries. They last like 4-ish hours, right? I sleep longer than 4 hours, like whatever. So all you do here, obviously, so this is a Bluetooth connected, so there's no wires, even better, to your phone. So it syncs really easy, like, sync however you normally sync, kind of with your phone and like a device, whatever. I think you hold down this button, syncs. But then what I like to do, of course, you can play music, you can do whatever. I personally like to use like a rain app. Like I have just like a free white noise rain app. And then I just turn that on, I turn it up. I adjust the volume on my phone, but you can adjust the volume here on the headphones. And then I just slip it over my ears. It doesn't necessarily like matter like where you put this. I just like to I don't know, I like whatever. And let's go this way. And where is here? So you can see. So because those are kind of like small flat discs, they actually like kind of sit in the hollow of your ear. And so like if you were like laying on your side, for instance, like it's really comfortable. Like you're not feeling like there's like a, kind of like a little ball or anything like that kind of bulging out of your ear. So you can lay really, really flat. And also if you're someone on a plane or whatever, you can also just like pull this down and it'll still kind of fit over your ear. So this is like a one size, there we go. This is like a one size kind of fits all headband, but it has tons and tons and tons of stretch to it. So I think it's gonna fit. Sorry guys, now it's like there. So it's gonna fit a large variety of head sizes. And I like that, like I said, they have the stitching in here so that this will move around a little bit, so maybe you need to adjust it forward and back, but it won't just go traveling in the headband, right? It does recharge. Where's the back? There's like a little pocket, and it has, let me find it. You just want to go in here and grab it. It does have a USB charging cable, or USB-C. And this is machine washable. So all you have to do is you just want to take out the headphones and just slide them out, right? And then you can wash this entire thing. So this is completely machine washable. So that's why I was saying, like, if you want to use this as like a running headband, a sports headband, something like that, you absolutely could. I just use it literally, as as my sleep, my white noise headband, and then, instead of syncing it to my phone and listening to music all night long, I just link it to my white noise app. So it's a really, really great little headphone. And I will say, I do declare that it says that it has Bluetooth, and it says that you can take calls and listen to calls and things like that. I've never used it for that. I've literally only ever used it for listening, to my app at night. So if you've ever used this and it works for you, let me know. And I'll use it and try it one time for for that. But yeah, definitely, I feel like this is an absolute, you must own this if you are going anywhere with someone who snores. Like, it drives me insane to try to sleep. And if you have been trying to find a really comfortable set of sleep headphones, or you just like nothing works for you, or you're like me and like literally the longest battery length of a Bluetooth headphone that you'll find is like 4 or 5 hours, then this is definitely super high up on my list of like recommendations for y'all. So hands down, very important. Okay, so let me scroll through. We have separate rooms because of that. Like, I agree. I'm all for that. I just feel like sometimes, like if you're in a hotel room, like you just can't do anything about it, unfortunately. So that's like my one thing on that. On that note, okay, so I think I have like one more thing here. So on that note, so, we had already kind of chatted about like all of the different toiletries and things that I take with me, and I'm like looking around at just the absolute mess that is around me right now as we were talking. So let's see here, go right here and highlight it. When we had company, I slept no sleep at all, right? So if you're traveling, and pretty much every single day anyway, when I get out of the shower, wash your hair, like whatever, this is always the brush that I suggest for everybody. It is a like detangling brush, but it's also super, super gentle. I have a sensitive scalp, and so I feel like does like everybody else in my family, I feel like we're all like gentle scalp people, but like you need that spike jacket. Oh my goodness, I know, right? So this is your Crave Naturals brush. So I literally did just link the single one, or maybe I linked the double one. So there's 2 different variations. Like you can either buy these in a single, or you can buy it in a set of 2. I personally am just like a team buy the set of 2 because like it's a better deal. It's like less expensive per each one, and then I would just keep one at home. And a lot of times what I will also do is I will just keep my in this case, like for example, like I'll keep this kind of like loaded up with my toiletries all the time, and so then like I do travel a lot, so like it's just easier for me to like grab this bag or grab like whatever, and it's already all together. I just make sure like my toiletries are full, etc., etc. So that's why I usually have 2, because it just makes my life easier and just like faster that way. But if you have a sensitive scalp, this is like a great little pick for you, because these are really flexible, really gentle kind of bristles. And so you can see I keep kind of like playing with them here. But if you have a sensitive scalp, or you have kids who have a sensitive scalp, I always say pets now, because people have told me about pets with some like sensitive skin that hate to be brushed. This will help kind of pull out knots or tangles or snarls or anything like that on pretty much any kind of hair. So you can have really thick kind of curly hair, you can have really fine, more straight hair. Now where was your brush? What? I'm like in here, like, I feel like I'm just like I don't even want y'all to see. Oh, Bill left though. Dog is still in the sun, but it was packed. Like, everything's packed. That's what I'm saying. So like, I have here, so I literally like dumped this out earlier to kind of like show you guys like my Dirty Beauty blender, but like this brush then like, and these are like the little toothpick thingies, just fits like right in there really easy too. So I use like a little spray, things like that, like a detangler and whatnot. And then I just brush through my hair. So it's just like a leave-in conditioner, a little bit of a detangler, and then I just like use this, take it with me. It's super, super simple. So, yeah, it's one of my like kind of like go-tos when it comes to like travel. It's also really easy to take with you to the gym because it's, if you're, kind of like showering, it's like plastic, it's lightweight, it's not going to stay wet. You could just like shake it dry and it would be, kind of like good to go that way. So lots and lots of uses for that. So that's, I feel like so like a mess, like my little deodorant, or what is this, conditioner. I'm also like one of those people who tend to like take all the little samples home with me. I shouldn't, but I do. All right, so I think, I'm trying to see, I'm like making a mess over here. I'm gonna scroll through my app really quickly. So, all right, make sure like my internet's not being annoying today. I did just want to kind of like go back to, like I said, the very beginning. Anyone who is like tuning into any of my streams ever, hi, I'm Ashley. And today we were doing a pack with me style live stream, and I'm getting ready for a mini vacation maybe, and I wanted to kind of like just share like some of the items, not all of them obviously, but some of the items that I am taking with me. So if you've ever tuned into any of these streams, you know that I'm fairly long-winded, and so I try to be like a little bit better on all of that sometimes. Like Richard said, pack and unpack. Yeah, like look at this, like this is what I do for y'all, right? So but I did want to go back to the beginning because this is literally where I started, and I think everybody should start kind of with packing and should start like their planning of their carry-on, whether you're doing something like this, like a gym bag / weekender / carry-on bag, or you're going to take something that's bigger, that's larger, like a checked bag, or kind of a hard shell like roller bag like I have here. Whichever one you want to take, I'm telling you, packing cubes will change your life. Yeah, like y'all just like talk. It's more fun to like talk and like share with y'all than like it is to just like kind of QVC it out into like the universe. So I already opened this one, so let me show you what the one that's not opened is. So obviously I could like put this one back together really quickly, but it's just easier for me to like share a new one. So there are two kind of sizes. So there's one of a set of 4, and then there's one that is a set of 6. And they are still both on Lightning Deal. I was like really worried when I was setting everything up in the stream earlier today that it wouldn't be still by the time that I was able to get like my act together and get on a live stream. But I have the beige color, which I do unfortunately think that it might have already sold out on the Lightning Deal. You can obviously still get it. I think it's still a deal going on today. And there is also like another 5% off on the listing itself. But set of 4 and the set of 6. This kind of like slatey blue color and the black are both on deal. They look like this. This one looks like a little pencil case. And what I like about it, and you can see here kind of in the video, is that they are like extra deep. So I've had other packing cubes in the past. I've had those like really thin nylon ones and they rip and they're good, they work. But these are such an upgrade for my old ones. Like I threw them out and I'm really excited. AeroTrunk gave these to me, full disclosure, but I love these. Zudi, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So like I said, this one looks like a pencil case, but they fit so much stuff. So this is a little bit of the kind of like longer, skinnier one. This is like the very smallest one that I demoed with earlier. Let's see, y'all. And then this is going to be like the largest one that you see me kind of like stuffing all of those fleeces in. So if you are packing and you're taking a long trip, you're like me, you don't like a carry, like you don't want to check a bag. Like it has to be rough for me to check a bag. I have to be gone for like 6 months kind of to check a bag. I am going to put all of this into like a packing cube so I can like pack it down so it's much easier to take a lot of stuff. So these work really well, and like how a packing cube works if you've never ever used them, and I thought that like, oh, it's fine, they just put my stuff in like compartments, but it really will help you kind of like pack everything down and have more space. So in this case, I just have like a standard carry-on. You can see like how big that side is. I packed all of that stuff into the largest packing cube. And let me open. So there's 2 zippers. There's one on this, there you go. There's one on top and then there's one down here on the bottom. And when you unzip the bottom one, this is where, all the way around, the packing cube expands. Boop. Just like that. Sound effects. Boop. And then all the way around here. And then of course, when you unzip it, you can see just like how much space you have. So this one would be really good for like, I don't know, shirts, socks, leggings. I love a good legging. You can see I put jeans and fleeces and all of that kind of stuff in these cubes. And then of course you can play the Tetris game and you can put them into your carry-on in like whatever order and whatever configuration that you want. In this case, see how like perfectly that fits. I'm able to like zip that like internal layer of my suitcase, which makes it boop, close really simply, really quickly. And of course, when it does that, then I don't have to worry about TSA telling me it's too big or worrying about it not fitting in the overhead compartment. Like if you already have that like TSA approved size, then obviously making sure it shuts without having to sit on it is going to be chef's kiss. So like I said, they are both on lightning deal. This is the set of 6. The smallest one, let's see. So this kind of like pencil case style one is about, what does it say? About 4.5 by just under 10. And the very largest one is going to be as I drop it, is going to be 13 by 10. So really big. And like I said, you can see I put like 3 or 4 like really bulky sweaters in there and the fleeces and all of that. So, you know what, Richard? I'm getting there. We're going to do this stream soon. So soon, like we're getting there, I promise. Like life is hectic, and then March is like spring break and all of that. So okay, so I'm just, like I said, I wanted to like touch on those one more time, kind of as we like are wrapping around on the stream. I want to do it. Like we're not like slacking for no reason here. You know, whatever, we're gonna do it. So let me just go back through. I I already talked forever and ever and ever, so I just want to kind of go back through really quickly. Of course, if anybody is like tuning in for like the very first time, feel free to ask any questions. Like, I really just kind of want to touch on all of the items that we talked about and like answer any other questions like before, I like, sign off, as the case may be. Can you fit a cat? Probably. Yes. Let's go with yes. Should you? No. Could you? Maybe. So Richard also, thank you. And so in the chat, obviously, is my Amazon storefront. So at any point you can press follow on that. And then you can also go check out any of the videos that I've been making, any of the shoppable photos, etc. And then, like I said, I'm just going to do a really quick recap of kind of all of the different things that were in the stream today. But if you are tuning in or you don't have a chance to answer a question like you want to, or whatever, these do get uploaded. They do get like saved to my Amazon storefront, and so you can go back at any point. You can watch them. If you can watch them when you're like at home and you want to turn the sound on, cool. If you want to like pause, start, stop, rewind, you can do all of that. Anytime I share any kind of unique kind of coupon code or for followers and stuff like that, I will say that those are live only codes. So you do just want to make sure you're alive for those things. So that's my thing. And so like, I just wanted to point that out just in case, because I am just going to kind of blitz through everything that was in the stream. I hid so much stuff from myself from earlier, but hi Judith. Thank you for the follow today. I appreciate it. So talking about the, kind of going back to these little refillable like perfume atomizers, I did, we're kind of talking about like if you have a signature perfume that you love or just a fragrance that just doesn't come in those smaller travel sizes. This is a set of 4 of these little refillable perfume bottles, I guess you could say. So in this case, I want to kind of just show you how these work. I feel like they look like a tube of lipstick, but on the bottom you can see this is where you're going to fill up the little atomizer. So you can see I already put some like perfume in here. This is the little lid, comes off. There's your little spray. So hello Shadow, hello. So I'm just going to take my kind of like, bottle, and I took off the little spray nozzle. And you just want to, whatever bottle you're using, you're filling up, you just want to make sure that this little plastic here at the top, and then you're just going to place it on top, and you're just going to press down, and it's going to inject it into these little atomizers. So really, really easy to fill them up. And then you, of course, can take your favorite perfume on the plane with you through TSA. You could even keep like an extra in your gym bag or in your desk at work or wherever, specifically so you don't have to buy a mini version, which is always more expensive. I think my perfume doesn't even make a mini version, which is lame, but it's really, really affordable. This comes in a set of 4. There's like this silver matte one, a couple purples, and a black one as well. So great options for travel. I'm talking about kind of clothes today. The tank top that I'm wearing, and I wear in so many of my streams, are on deal. Hey Lisa. These are really, really stretchy high neck tanks. They are also long. So I'm sitting up here. So this is one that I did like a screen print on. So if you're looking for like a basic tank that you can print on, I would definitely recommend these. But also if you're someone who's struggled with finding tank tops or layering pieces, for long torsos, or you just like a longer length, or you just are not into crop tops, this is another one of those items that I'm like, yes, you want one of these. They are great. So if you're talking about something that's super casual and comfortable and easy to wear onto a plane, these are the tanks for you. In terms of little belt bags and the like, this blue one I think is one of the only colors, unfortunately, maybe, that is on deal today, but it is on a lightning deal. I have this blue gray color. And when it comes to, traveling and being mobile and hands-free and packing, this is always the one that I would suggest everybody get one of these. So whether or not you are, kind of wearing it to a festival, you're wearing it to the pool, you're wearing it traveling, you're wearing it hiking, you're wearing it, somewhere maybe that you're a little afraid of pickpockets or something like that, this is going to be the option. So really lightweight nylon. It is water resistant. Has this big zippered pouch all the way around. And then on the inside, let's go this way, you have your little mesh pouches. So you have 2 pockets on this side. And then on the other side, you just have one really large mesh pouch. And then on the back, this is where I kind of love it for like travel and things like that, you have your large zip that you could put cash, you could put your credit cards, you could put your money, like whatever you want back here, passport, etc., and keep it like doubly safe. So thank you, Kayla. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. As I'm sitting up here. So this is like a 1 liter size. So this is more than large enough to put like a iPhone Max, a few of the other things that I kind of shared as well, like the hand warmers, etc. To Miranda, how much does that cost? So I do have it highlighted right now. Let me put that there. So if you're on your desktop, it's a little red box. If you're on your mobile phone, it should pop up at the bottom. It is on lightning deal, so right now it's $14, but there are like, I don't know, 20 different colors or so. So some of them are on deal, some of them are not. So if you're switching a color, it might be a little bit more. I want to say they're all probably about under 20 or so. I would say most of them are in that 13 to like 16 range though. So hopefully that, yes. So the wild blue, like Richard just said, is $13.97, so 14. Amazon customer, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, super, super affordable, under 20. And like I said, I feel like kind of a must-have when it comes to traveling. And I like that it has this little extra pocket on the back because this does open really wide, which is great for like storing stuff, but I do understand like you know, being afraid if it would just like open and stuff would fall out, etc. I definitely understand wanting to kind of keep that like all closed, right? And then of course it is adjustable, so if you want to wear it like a fanny pack, you can close it up and make it a lot shorter, about like 30 inches around, or you could pull it all the way down and do like what I do and just wear it as a crossbody bag. So then that way you can keep it like close to your chest. It's really, really kind of safe and protected. And, you know, definitely if you're putting your money kind of on that backside, that you aren't going to have to worry about someone being able to get their fingers or their hands like into where you're keeping something like a little bit more valuable or whatever. So thank you, Donna, for the follow. Also, Miranda for the follow as well. Appreciate it. So, okay, let me scroll through. One of the other things I just like, since we were talking about this was like a really good time to kind of like sync these two things up. Hey, Heather, thank you. And then Nosy Foe, I think, also thank you. Appreciate it. Is a couple little like under 10 and literally like $5 and $8, I think. Travel kind of like musts that I do really like. Also, Tessa, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And I'm just gonna wear this for a second. So this is my little portable mirror. So you can see literally how small it is. It's really, really tiny. This is the battery operated version. So it does use a little tiny battery on the back, and it has an on-off switch. There is a version of this that has a rechargeable port to it, so you could use that if you wanted, and not use a battery. It's actually surprisingly not a lot more expensive to have the rechargeable version, so that's always an option too, but it's still either way really super affordable, and it's like a little cosmetic case. So I'm going to turn it on so you can see, and when you open it up, you can see let's go this way. Hello everybody. On this side it has a lighted mirror, and then on this side it has just like a standard mirror, but one side is your normal kind of mirror, but then on the other side it is a 3 times magnification side, so you can see yourself really close up if you absolutely want to, but it's also like really slim. Like this is like wallet size, or it's like back pocket of your jeans size. Hey Pam, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So when you do open it, like I said, you can turn it off. If you don't want the lights, turn it off, but you can open it like a clamshell and it will sit open on its own. So if you're doing your makeup or whatever, and it could go either way. I keep playing with this. But if you're setting it down, it's not going to close on you. It won't snap shut, but you can also open it up all the way and just lay it flat, just like this too. Which I like, because then I can lean over it and do my makeup or do whatever. But really, really inexpensive and kind of perfect to fit right into one of these little belt bags. So really awesome kind of little find. Also, Christy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, fun. Yes, and I have the white version. It looks like a little pill container, but I have the white version. There's pink. There's also a whole bunch of other colors. So like TQ just ordered the pink version, for example. So okay, so I know I'm not gonna do it. I promise I won't. So let me just scroll to the very end for a couple other things. But like I said, if anybody has any questions, please let me know before I kind of end this stream today. Only because I'm still wearing this little belt bag, I figured I would just kind of talk about some of the other things that you could put in it, and some of the other things that I kind of feel like are must-haves when it comes to traveling, especially if you're traveling in a cold environment, but also if you're hiking or, again, going to an outdoor show, event, a festival, or something like that. Having these little hand warmers is amazing. But stop, my goodness. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull this up again really quickly. When I shared it earlier, I was talking about when you're on a plane, and it's always hard, right? You're flying early, you're flying late, it's dark, it's light, the person next to you is grumpy, I don't know, and they don't want you to turn that light on overhead, or you just don't want that much light or whatever. This is a super portable, gum pack size little rechargeable light. So you can see in the video, I'm just sliding over the very top of a notebook, or you could do a textbook if you're studying, for example, or you are reading an actual book. Michelle, who's your third favorite? Tell me who your third favorite is. I'm so neat. And this really works well. Like I said, if you're on a plane, you're taking notes, you're reading a book, you're doing whatever. Oh, I love Cheryl. Cheryl's the best. And you want just really, really targeted light. So you can see here, I'm just going to slip it with this kind of money clip-esque. I'm going to slip it over a notebook, a textbook, whatever, and then I can adjust that lighting here. So just kind of like the compact, you can adjust it, shut it down, whatever. And then you can also change the brightness. There's 3 levels, low, medium, high, and it can go from cool to warm. And it even has a little adjustable kind of head here as well. So see, exactly, Richard, we all love you. You're my moderator, right? And Richard is not a bot, right? So this also does come in like fun different colors too if you're not a mint person, but it is rechargeable. It has that USB port on the end. Just, use it with your external, use it, kind of with your cubes or whatever you like to use. It's super, super simple then to use. So last but not least, I was just going to talk about these hand warmers one other time. So where did it go? Let me take this video down. Since I'm going to a cold climate, I am one of those people who is always cold. These are a lifesaver, but they're also great for people who have, going outside, hiking, camping, fishing, hunting, like any kind of thing like that, that you're outside for a long time with. These are amazing. And they do come in a set of 2. And like Richard said a little bit earlier, there is an extra coupon code on there, which brings the total kind of cost of the hand warmers underneath 20. So a lot of these items were like 20 and under. I'm not going to Ohio. No, just a second. I'm sorry. I said that like I hate Ohio, and that's not fair to Kristen. I don't. I've never been to Ohio, but I am not. So they do come in a set of 2, like I mentioned, and they're magnetic, as you can see. And so you can use them together or you can use them separately. And I also didn't mention earlier, you can see it has this little wrist strap here. So you could easily kind of carry them on your wrist, or it makes it easier to grab it out of your bag or your pocket, wherever, or you can completely take them off. So they do warm up super fast. We're talking like, I don't know, like 5-10 seconds, and they're already very, very warm. But what I do like also is you guys are making me laugh in the chat, is you can adjust it from a low, medium, or high setting based on like the temperature that you want or you need. And so it will adjust the time that they do stay charged for. They will last for about 8 hours on that lowest setting, but then about maybe like 4-ish on that like highest setting. So okay, so I think that is kind of where we're gonna end. I have been on this stream for too long. I talk, but like today I was like, oh, I'm talking so much. Okay, so I'm gonna go pack. So I think we chatted about everything. I'm gonna take this off. Like I said, I think so, Michelle. Like I think there is like a maximum time. There's maximum time. So of course, I always have that PSA and all that little fine print at the very end of a stream. But if you are, just tuning in, these do get recorded. I did go through everything, which I feel like a lot of times. But if I missed something, or you kind of want to go back, you couldn't remember what I talked about, whatever, these do get uploaded. Once I'm done, I will upload them to my storefront, and then you can always go back at a later time. You can watch them. They last for like 6 months. So anytime that they're uploaded, you can shop from those streams. The price is just, this is the fine print part, right? The prices are subject to change. I don't control the prices. Sometimes it's size, sometimes it's color, sometimes the deal ended. I don't know. So I'm playing with my beauty blender now that's in my hand, or my makeup sponge rather. And so that being said, if you are watching and you thought you liked what we were talking about today, or you like affordability, you like sustainability, you like any of that, obviously please press follow. Amazon does curate streams. They do curate content so that when you log in, you see the things that you like. So whether or not you want to watch another live stream, or you want to see shoppable photos and content and things like that, Amazon will suggest me to you first. Like Sean. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. And also, if I am going live, you should get notifications when I do to your phone if you have those push notifications turned on. If you don't, or you're like, I will absolutely not turn on that many notifications, you can individually turn on notifications for my stream by hovering over the top and clicking the little bell in the upper right hand corner. So those are two ways to follow. I am on the West Coast, as all of you guys who are listening to me right now know. So I'm usually on in that like 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. ish time frame on that Pacific Coast time. So just like, translate that to your time zone. Hopefully that helps. But of course, if you miss it, you can always watch it later. And I have heard from people that they're starting to get the notifications again. So hopefully your cries and your pleas about it not being consistent have been heard, and we have fixed it. So I think that is it. So if anybody doesn't have any questions, I'm gonna, work for a little bit more. It's Friday. So, and then I'm gonna, enjoy the weekend. So hopefully everybody else is enjoying the weekend. That's all I got. So, all right. Well, thank you guys, and have a great weekend. Bye.